We haven't talked to you since the coaching change and all that, so I guess how did you absorb that, and why did you end up sticking here with Nevada?
I mean, the stuff the coaches are saying, man, and I think you guys can see on the field, a lot of stuff has changed, and I'm all for it. They believe in us, and we believe in them, and they're going to keep pushing us, and that's really what I want. I just want improvement every day, and they're going to make sure we improve every day, and they're not going anywhere, and we're not going anywhere, and I think it'll be a great thing to see where this rides out.
I know this last game wasn't your guys' best effort, but the three before that pretty strong. I mean, what have you guys kind of shown in terms of how much better you are compared to the last couple of years?
Yeah, man. I think we're just taking it day by day, to be honest. We're not really worried about last year or 2 years ago or 2 years from now or 3 years from now. We're taking it day by day. I know we had a great practice today, and we plan on having a great practice tomorrow. So I think that's the right mentality that the coaches are installing into us, that we just take forward. And I think if we keep doing that, we'll look great by the next game after that, and by the end of the season.
Obviously, when you have a new staff, you have to reprove yourself. I guess, what have you tried to show this staff about why you deserve to be on the field?
Me personally, I've always been a guy of hard work, and the coaches love that. A lot of guys on the field that I play with, they're guys of hard work, and they're great guys off the field, on the field, and I think that's really what they look for, and going forward, I plan on doing that. So they believe in me. They believe in every guy who shows up every day and puts in the effort, and as long as we can do that, we'll have a great program.
Obviously, Caden went down with that elbow injury. I guess, what do you feel like your role needs to be as you kind of step up into that place?
Yeah, that's just football, man. Obviously, I'm praying for him, and that's sad, and that's my guy, of course. But I know it's the next man up, and I have to put on for the defense, and I have to install trust and everything. So I think just if I do my job and fill that role, we have a great chance of winning games.
You guys obviously play in Eastern Washington. A lot of times you play in FCS and people just check off the win. Obviously, that's not been the case for Nevada the last couple of years. I guess what's been your message to the guys about, taking this game as seriously as like preparing for Minnesota?
Yeah, the coaches already told us, and last year's last year, the year before that is the year before that. We're not really thinking about that too much. We're just worried about these Eagles coming in. So it'll be a great game on Saturday, and trust me, we're not looking for anything else except for win.
Well, what are your thoughts just on them? It seems like a pretty high-scoring team.
They are a pretty high-scoring team, and kudos to them. They're a great team, and I'm not doubting them in any way, shape, or form, but I know what we can do. And if we focus on us, our defensive coordinator says it all the time, it's really all about us. If we do our job every single play, we could be any team in the country. I personally believe, and they personally believe. So I think as long as we just stay on that track, we'll be 100% fine come Saturday.
You guys have shaved off about 7 points per game allowed compared to last year. I guess where's the most improvement come for your guys' defense?
We try not to look at the statistics too much. Obviously, statistics can say what they say, but it's really just doing our individual job, cleaning up the fundamentals, and bringing our hardest performance every single game, practice, whether it's walkthrough, film, whatever it may be. So that's a good thing to hear. I'm glad that we're shaving off points, but I promise you that's not going to stop. We keep on building, and that's our mindset.
Where's the area you guys feel like you can improve the most?
Improve the most, I would say just staying consistent. I think a lot of it is mentally. We have great guys who can make great plays all the time. If we just stay in there consistently and mentally stick with each other and really unity as well, then I'm sure we'll go wherever we want to go.
A couple of close games at home, but no wins yet. I guess how badly do you want that first one in Mackey?
Man, I know the community wants it, we want it, coaches want it, everybody wants it, and I promise you it's coming, and we're working every single day. We're going to give what we want. Obviously, we want to win, and what the community wants, and I promise you it's coming. I just need you guys to stay tuned.
Coach said yesterday that Smalling might be moving over to tight end with some injuries there. I guess that's one of your guys. How do you think he'll do on offense?
Yeah, man. Obviously, I like him in my room, and he's a great athlete for us, but we want to win. Coaches want to win. If that's the best choice, he's a great athlete. He'll fill in the role perfectly, and I have no doubt that he's going to go out there, and you guys will see him on Saturday. It's going to be a little different, but I promise you he's going to make some plays, and I'm happy for him. Obviously, defense lost a good athlete, but, he'll help us win, and I promise you that.
How have you really looked up to Henry?
Oh, man, just after today's practice, after every practice, before practice, he's an older guy, veteran, so I've learned so much from him, man. He's been around for a long time. He's made a lot of plays in college football, whether it's here at other colleges, so he knows what he's doing. And really both of them guys, I want to shout out Caden as well. The two older guys we have, they're mentoring all of us, and we're learning so much from him. They're like another coach, I would say, and they're doing a great job. So as long as we keep that up, our edge room is looking pretty solid.
What do you think have been the biggest changes that have allowed you guys to see progress in, this early on in the season?
This early on? Yeah, I think we're not really too worried about where we're going to end up at the end of the season or where we're going to end up in the Mountain West and the rankings and all that. That's why I say this next week we're worried about the Eagles. And I think if anybody takes that mentality into anything they do, just focusing on their square feet, like coaches like to say, and just taking care of things day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, I think we'll be all right. And I think that's why we've seen success.
Who do you think are going to be the keys to this game this week?
I think the keys is not doubting our opponent. Absolutely. FCS team, they're a great team. So that's not nothing to take for granted, and they're a great team. So we just got to stay consistent, just like if we were playing Minnesota, just like if we were playing Oregon State, any team. We just got to do what we've been doing every single day, and it's just getting better with today's practice, tomorrow's practice, and the practices after that.
Seems like you guys have been pretty stout against the run. Maybe not the sack total you guys are hoping for. I guess what's going to be required to get a little bit more of a pass rush consistently? Yeah,
for us, I think it's a little bit more timing. We have the tools, we have the athletes, we have the players that can make the plays. I think it's just timing, and a lot of these guys, we have some new pieces being added, and we have, it's a little, you got to get timing with these guys. So it's a little bit different, but I promise you it's coming, and we're working on that for sure. I think personally, if we just keep at it and don't stop the track we're on, the seal's gonna break, and it's gonna be beautiful when that happens.
Yeah, you guys have another addition, Chris Ross. Seems like he's a pretty talented player. Obviously, plays with an edge to him. I guess what have been your thoughts on having him in the group?
Oh man, he's great, man. I say that addition to us has been great. He's been great on and off the field, helping us. He's also a guy who knows what he's doing, so he's been helping us younger guys, and you can see him out there making plays, and that's my guy right there, man. He's going to continue to do the absolute most for us, and he's going to be a big reason as to why we win this next game.
Awesome. All we got.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Let's talk about how you got to Nevada. Obviously, a couple years at Florida. I guess what persuaded you to join the Wolfpack?
Just coming in contact with Coach Verge. He was kind of the first person that contacted me throughout the process. And ultimately, just, getting to build a relationship with him, and then just wanting to get out here, just get a feel for the place. And ultimately, I knew it was going to be kind of a rebuild with Coach Tote. And so then, doing my end and getting some research on getting to know Coach Tote and what he's about, and just ultimately making the decision that this is something that I want to be a part of.
What made you want to buckle in and be part of this rebuild and try and get this program back to where it used to be?
Yeah, again, just praying about it, talking to my parents, just kind of about Coach Verge, being a former player, getting to learn from somebody like that. It's not too many places where you can do that. And again, just Coach Choate, his mentality, his plan, his vision for the program is something that I believed into and something that I want to be a part of.
You were at Florida a couple years but didn't get some playing time. So I guess what has it felt like just to go out and play football again and, impact whether your team wins or loses?
Yeah, most definitely. From the first play I stepped on the field out here, it felt good to be back again, and almost like that feeling when you go back home. So it just felt really good.
Obviously, Jace going down with an injury. I guess how do you have to step up for this team to make sure there's no drop off there?
Yeah, just making sure I come prepared, whether my number's called or not, whatever opportunity presents itself. Just trying to prepare myself for the week and just make sure I'm ready for that moment.
What do you see as your strengths as a player?
I think I have just kind of a diverse skill set, just given my size and athletic ability. But then again, I know there's still a lot of long ways to go and a lot of things to work on. So.
And blocking, obviously, a big responsibility when you're a tight end. I guess how would you assess where you're at there and where you want to get to?
Yeah, for sure. Blocking is kind of my main focus right now. Really just trying to get the technique down, just be violent, hands, pad level feet, all that kinds of stuff. So.
You mentioned Verge. I guess what's it been like to learn from a guy who played in the league for a decade, had a Super Bowl ring, and obviously was a legend here?
Yeah, no, getting to learn from Coach Verge, it's been great. Again, just building the relationship with him. It's second to none. Just getting to learn from somebody that has been in my position and been there, done that at the highest level. So it's just great. Just trying to suck up as much information as possible from him.
I know you didn't have a full spring and a full fall. I guess what were you dealing with, and how have you tried to get up to speed as quickly as possible?
Yeah, just kind of dealing with the injury. Just trying to get mentally just kind of past that. But going through spring still, just trying to go through anything that I can, whether that's trying to meet with Coach Verge afterwards or just anything on the side where I can to, just given that I couldn't be out there physically, but just making sure that, when I do come back that I was more than ready.
Let's talk about Eastern Washington. I guess this opportunity coming up. You guys have played a couple of close home games, haven't gotten a win yet. I guess what do you feel like it's going to take to get you guys a victory at Mackey?
Yeah, I think our biggest thing this week, just going throughout each of these practices is, again, just, focus on not beating ourselves, just staying disciplined and honestly just playing our game and, just playing fast, playing hard, what we've been doing. So.
You obviously come against a Big Ten team last week to an FCS team. I guess how do you make sure that the preparation, the focus, and the attention to detail doesn't drop off given the, conference that these two teams are coming out of?
Yeah. Again, I think just, taking practice, treating it like game day, just making sure, again, whether it's a Big Ten opponent, FCS opponent, it doesn't matter. We have the same mentality, just, again, coming in, making sure we have that right mindset to go get the job done on Saturday.
You said your cousin played for Eastern. Have you talked to him at all leading into this game?
I haven't yet. He hasn't hit me up about it yet, but yeah, for sure. We're not going to be friends this week. So.
When did he play there?
I think this is his first year over there. He plays.
So he's playing there.
Oh, is there now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said he played there. What's his name?
Deshaun Misa. I think he's like a DN right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
might have to block him.
yeah, I was just gonna say. So if you do a chance to go up against him, what's that gonna be like for you guys? You think?
Oh yeah. I mean, whether he texts me or not, it's bad blood this week. So I'm gonna have to do what I have to do.
You said you had some friends too that played there at Eastern as well, or still do play there?
Yeah, still do play there. Just a bunch of old former teammates, being from Washington and stuff like that. So.
Did you grow up at all going over to Eastern Washington or going to games there or anything? Or?
No, not too much. Just having like connections with like former coaches for like travel ball and 707 and all that stuff. So.
Nevada recruited you at all out of high school? Obviously, you were a pretty big recruit. Was there any contact with the previous staff at all?
There was actually. Nevada was actually my first offer back in high school. I think it was Coach Vi.
Vital?
Yeah, who came in contact with me first. So, yeah.
Well, what grade had you been in then?
This is my freshman year of high school.
Oh, okay. So it was probably a pretty big deal to you. What do you remember about getting that opportunity and that offer?
Yeah, I can actually remember that moment because my mom was actually there with me. It was after a football camp, I believe, back in Oregon. I forgot which one exactly it was, but I just remember Coach Vi coming up to me and, just talking to me and trying to get me in contact with the head coach or stuff like that. And he was talking to my mom and let me know the deal, and I went to go tell my mom, and she was just excited. So it was a good feeling.
Did you think that you would end up here after you went out to Florida, or you kind of feel like that opportunity had passed?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I didn't really know how the cards would play out, but I mean, full circle moment, so we're back here.
What's it like living in Reno? I mean, kind of different from the Pacific Northwest, although maybe not today given the weather.
Yeah, I think just being in Florida for the past 2 years, kind of coming back here, it's kind of like a little refresher, and obviously being closer to home has been good. So my folks have a chance to get out and actually see me play rather than having to travel all the way across the country. So.
How many games have they been to so far?
They've been to every game so far except for that the Minnesota one. So.
Okay. They gonna be at this one this weekend?
Yeah, they'll be there.
Okay, cool.
Will your other family be here as well, like your aunts and stuff with your cousin playing? Or?
I know I'll have a few other family members, extended family members from here. I'm pretty sure that the ones that play on that team will be here too, so it'll be a good chance to have family be out there too. So.
What's been your favorite thing about just getting out there and I guess matching your talent against other people after kind of just being a practice player the last couple of years at Florida?
I mean, again, I can't really just like explain. Just the feeling of being out there again. Just like it's almost like something you love so much, being taken from you for so long. So just getting the opportunity and just trying to make the most of it. It's been great.
What other tight ends should we look out for with Jace going down to help you at the position?
I mean, whichever one of them, I think all of them are doing a great job preparing for this week. Just trying to make sure whenever the opportunity presents itself that we're good to go. So.
Sounds like Smalley's going over to your side. I guess what have you tried to help him with?
Yeah, just trying to get him up to speed. Making sure there's no confusion with him. But he's been great. He's been working his tail off. So.
You played defensive end as well in high school and a pretty good player there. I guess what swung you over to the offensive side?
Yeah, It was kind of a toss-up coming out of high school. I know a lot more coaches seen my potential on the defensive side of the ball, but I think tight end was kind of like the more natural position. So, I mean, just, falling in love with both and just working at both. Ultimately, just, finding out where I needed to be and having to be tight end. So.
And what kind of got you out to Florida? What was it about that opportunity that kind of appealed to you?
Yeah, kind of just, again, like it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, just given to play against that level of competition and be exposed just to, like, all the connections and to that type of culture. And just, again, being around that type of talent is, great. So just being able to be pushed every day was kind of something that was drawn to me at first.
What year in high school did you start playing tight end?
It was kind of both. Throughout all 4 years of high school, yeah. It was just kind of primarily defensive side of the ball, but, yeah, it was kind of both.
That's all we got.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Good luck on
Appreciate
Saturday.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Just tell us about how you got to Nevada.
Well, I played JUCO at NEMCC, and I was just lucky enough to get an opportunity to come play here.
Did you know anybody on the staff? How did they kind of get a hold of your name and that recruitment start?
Well, my kicking coach knew the previous special teams coordinator here, so that kind of helped make a connection there. And then Coach Choate and Coach Henry liked my film, so they ended up offering me a scholarship.
Okay, what were some of the other options you were looking at coming out of junior college?
Some other FCS schools, but the biggest one was probably Idaho State, something like that.
Okay, what made you want to, I guess, pursue football? A lot of times when we talk to specialists, they start as a soccer player and
Yeah.
move from there. Do you have a similar story?
Yeah, definitely started as a soccer player, and I was in high school. My coach needed a kicker and a punter, so I was like, might as well go out there, and look, here now.
Was it an easy transition for you or difficult to, go from kicking soccer balls to footballs?
It was actually easier than you think it was. It was pretty simple, but it required a lot of work, but I'm here now.
Going into high school, had you played football at all, or was that decision just kind of made at that
No,
point?
I didn't play football till my junior year,
Okay.
so I just kind of went out there and hit the ball.
So, now being at an FBS school, I guess that you told yourself when you kind of tried out for football as a junior in high school that you'd be here now. What would you have thought?
It's crazy. I talked to my old high school coach. I always am super thankful to him. If he never asked me to come play, I'd never be in this position, so it's really amazing.
What do you like about football compared to soccer?
It's just such a infuriating game, but it's also the most amazing thing, especially in the terms of punting. It's just infuriating, but it's almost beautiful in a sense.
Okay, where are the infuriating parts? Just kind of
It's
competing?
Yeah, it can be repetitive, but it's just so technical in a sense, what I do. It just requires a lot of work and a lot of technique, and my kicking coach back home is always on me about it, so he's helped me get better.
Were you more of a kicker or a punter going up through the high school ranks than junior college?
I was definitely more of a kicker. I didn't punt until my senior year of high school and my sophomore year of junior college.
What do you think kind of pushed you over to that side?
It was just new to me because I always kicked mostly, and punting was kind of on the side. So it was kind of just a new change, something new, and it worked out.
What have you thought of your performances so far through the first 4 games?
It's been decent. I've had a good bit of balls inside the 20, but just keep chopping wood.
Yeah. What about the team in general? I guess where's the vibe of this team as you guys?
Very excited. This whole team, we're all like family, and we're all just surrounded by Coach Choate, and he brings us up and uplifts us, and it's just a great experience.
Just tell us, what have the first 4 games been like? Because Coach Choate said, special teams have been up and down. Just kind of what's it going to take to keep that consistency throughout them now?
Just hard work and determination. That's all it is. Just keep chopping wood every day. Just do our jobs and do it to the best of our abilities.
How excited is this group to be able to play at Mackey again and have a chance at its first home victory of the season?
Oh, it's great. We always love home games. It's a great opportunity to show the fans what they want, and we're really excited about this upcoming Saturday.
Born and raised in Mississippi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you heard from Nevada, I guess what were your first thoughts? Had you ever been out to the West Coast?
I'd never been farther than a couple states, north or west. So it's a great opportunity to see the other side of the country, and the weather's great here. So it's again, just a really great opportunity.
What have you enjoyed most about Northern Nevada?
Oh, the mountains for sure. The mountains are amazing. Back where I'm from, it's just flat and it's trees. So being able to see all the open land and the mountains in the background while you're kicking, it's a truly different experience.
Didn't you commit right as the coaching change
I did.
had happened?
I did.
Literally days or
I
within
did.
a day. So what was that that kind of experience like when you were learning, hey, one coach was out and another one was
Extremely stressful, to say the least. I got the offer under Coach Yanagi, so I committed right away because I didn't know what happened with coaching staffs, and then Coach Choate watched my film and everything, and I'm very thankful for him to honor my scholarship.
Now that you are here still, I guess, how do you just feel like you've grown in these several short months with Coach Choate and his staff?
I mean, he's just an outstanding leader, to say the least. I've grown so much as like a football player and a person just because of him, and I'm so excited to see what the rest of the season comes.
So how many years did you spend at junior college?
2, or one in a season, so 1.5.
What was the feeling when Coach Choate did honor that scholarship when he said
I
he
was-
still wanted you to be a part of it?
It was amazing. I was in Birmingham training with my coach. Shout out Mike McCabe, and I got a call from the director of recruiting and let me know they would honor my scholarship, and it was just an absolute surreal feeling.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Henry, what you like working with him.
Oh, he's great. He's super laid back, but he's also strict when he needs to be. He really trusts all of us specialists to do what we need to do on a daily basis, and that's given us a lot of confidence.
What do you think's made you an FBS punter?
Who do I think's made me?
What do you think has made you an FBS punter good enough to play at this level?
Just hard work and determination, and just mental attitude. Once you get to a certain level, everybody has the same amount of skill, but it all depends on how you can compete mentally.
When did you first know that you had like that leg strength to be an elite, kicker, or even before that, an elite soccer player?
I guess it started in high school. I always knew I was pretty strong for a high school kid, especially a soccer player. So that transitioned really well into kicking and punting, and it's worked out now.
What have been your family's thoughts about you, playing out here in Nevada and getting to watch you on TV?
They're really happy for the opportunity. Obviously, they're sad I'm so far away, but they're coming to a lot of the games, so it's really amazing.
Have they been out to a game so far?
Yes, they have.
Okay,
They've been to every game so far.
Dang, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And they still live in.
They still live in Mississippi.
What does that mean to you to be able to have
Oh,
that support?
it's so cool getting to be on TV and getting to have all my family out there. So they're super supportive, and it's really just an amazing experience.
Troy game, obviously the closest
Troy game,
one. So
very
I guess
close.
What was that like to be able to
It's
celebrate?
great. I had a lot of people, to say the least, out there, and being able to perform and win that game in front of them is awesome.
They've been to every home and road. They were at Minnesota
Mhm.
too. Do they plan to come to every game this season?
I think so. They're going to try to. Yep, they're going. My mom at least is coming to Hawaii. I don't know if my stepdad's going to get on the plane, but yeah, they're planning on coming.
That's cool. Do you have any siblings that play?
I do.
Okay. So
I do.
Brothers, sisters?
I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay. And they play soccer or two? Or
The oldest sister plays tennis right now, and the younger one runs cross country.
How were you as a soccer player?
I was decent. I got to a point where I was playing football and soccer. I was a little too slow, a little too strong to be able to run down the field the whole game. But yeah,
What position did you play?
I was a center back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I assume you've never been to Hawaii.
No.
What do you feel like that experience is going to be like?
That'll be cool. It's definitely a business trip, so I won't get to enjoy the fun aspects of Hawaii, but I'm really excited to go.
it's just when you're in practice, how important is every rep really to be so precise, to get your punts?
Everything. I mean, Coach Henry has been talking about us all week. Just treat every practice rep like a game rep. That's all it comes down to.